Lost in the Secret Garden by Adeline Fu. It was the children's day out at the park. Mommy told Ben seriously, "You are in charge of your brother and sister. I need you to take care of them. Don't leave Jeremy alone. He might get lost." Ben replied, "All right." He wasn't happy that he had to look after his baby brother. He wouldn't be able to find Cammy now. Just who or what was Cammy? At 18 months old, Jeremy could run really fast, and he was always disappearing from sight. He did it again that morning, but Tessa saw where he had slipped off to. "There! Down by the bush!" she yelled. "Mommy, we're going after Jeremy!" Ben shouted out to Mommy as he took off with Tessa. They saw Jeremy crawling through a hole in the bush. They followed him and found themselves in a garden. The garden looked different from the park outside. How strange," Ben exclaimed. Looking around, he saw trees that were bearing fruits and lots of butterflies. What a pretty garden. The three children saw a tree house. They climbed a ladder to get to the top. In the tree house, there were little wild fruits lying around, round, pinkish green ones, which the children didn't dare to eat. It looked as if someone had left them behind. It was the children's first time in a tree house. It was cool and quiet, a perfect hiding place. They liked being there. "Who lives here?" Ben wondered aloud. "Where is Jeremy?" Tessa asked suddenly. Oh no, he had slipped away again. Looking up from the treehouse, Ben saw Jeremy dashing off. They caught up with him beside a pond, looking at some pond skaters. Just as Ben was going to grab him, Jeremy yelled, "Ah! Ah!" pointing at something. Ben turned and saw Cammy. For something so tiny, it could run very fast. It scuttled across the grass. Jeremy broke free and ran off after Cammy. "Stop, you naughty boy!" Ben and Tessa screamed after him. The two children ran after Jeremy into some thick bushes. Going round and round, they lost him. They couldn't see where he was, hidden by the tall bushes. "What is this? A maze?" Ben exclaimed in frustration. Feeling hot and breathless, both children stopped to rest. Then they heard Jeremy giggling. They found him counting caterpillars, fat, colorful, little creepy caterpillars. Searching among the leaves carefully, Ben and Tessa spotted several caterpillars, squealing each time they saw one. Then they turned around. But where was Jeremy? Oh no, he had slipped off again. This time, they found him near some plants. He looked a terrible sight. He had red and blue smudges on his face. "What did you do?" Ben exclaimed in fright. Jeremy grinned as he held out his hands. There were crushed red seeds and squashed blue flowers in his palms. He had smeared himself with juice from the seeds and flowers. "Quick! Grab him!" Ben ordered Tessa. Together they dragged Jeremy to a water pump. Ben started pumping with its handle. Out came trickles of water. "This is hard work," he complained. Tessa did her best to wipe off Jeremy's smudges with her wet hands. "Who lives here?" Ben wondered aloud a second time. "Hungry." Jeremy started wailing. "How do we get out of this place?" Tessa asked anxiously. Ben looked around him. They were lost. There was food from the plants, wild fruits, but they didn't want to eat any of them. The children just wanted to go home. Ben had to look for a way out. From the corner of his eye, Ben spied a sudden movement near a tree. He turned and saw Cammy again. He almost missed it. The changeable lizard was camouflaged against the tree bark that it was resting on. Suddenly, Cammy ran across the grass and disappeared through a hole in the bush. "Quick! Follow it! That looked like the way we came in," Ben shouted. The three children followed Cammy. Crawling through the hole, they found themselves back in the park. They could hear Mommy yelling for them, holding on to Jeremy. They dragged him towards her. "Where did the three of you run off to?" Mommy asked. "Running after Jeremy, and we found Cammy," Ben replied. "Cammy is in the park?" Mommy asked in amazement. "Yes, in the secret garden, and we even saw a treehouse," Ben exclaimed. Tessa added, "There was a little chairs for little people." "We even went into a maze and found some caterpillars," Ben said excitedly. Mommy looked at them in disbelief. "So, who lives in the secret garden?" Mommy asked. Ben looked at Tessa. Both children shrugged and said, "We didn't see anyone." "You both have such a great imagination," Mommy said. Was the children's adventure in the secret garden real? But you believe them, don't you?